There's a persistent myth that to be a graphic designer, you need to be a fine artist capable of sketching a flawless, realistic landscape. In reality, graphic design is an objective discipline. It relies on critical thinking and judgment to solve specific human communication problems, rather than personal self-expression. Susan Kerr, the designer behind the original Apple Macintosh interface, defined good design simply: thinking hard about what you want to do and what you have to work with before you start. Shedding the myth of the lone genius artist is the first necessary step to understanding how modern commercial design actually gets made. If we aren't relying on a sketchbook and a pencil, how exactly do modern designers build their layouts? The answer comes down to adaptability. Today's most effective creators survive by being highly flexible with software. You won't find a single program that handles every single aspect of a project. One app might be perfect for layout, but completely lack the tools for precise vector manipulation. Instead, the workflow requires bouncing fluidly between programs to extract the unique strengths of each one, generating shapes in one, then jumping to another for precision. Because the quality of your output depends on using the right tool for the right task, mastering this movement between apps is just as vital as the final image itself. The first phase is the blueprint. Before opening a single app, you define your audience, clarify your purpose, and brainstorm your raw materials. Next is the template phase. Starting a project with a pre-built layout and an app like Canva provides immediate momentum, helping you motivate clients and secure initial deposits much faster than starting from scratch. To customize templates, you inject psychology using 3 fundamental shape types: geometric, organic, and abstract. Circles naturally suggest harmony, while triangles communicate rigid power. Mechanically, placing solid shapes behind text acts as a visual anchor, making typography instantly readable against busy backgrounds. Applying this shape psychology turns a generic, off-the-shelf layout into a precise visual communication tool. Once the structural layout is set, we move to the automation phase, shifting focus to tedious background processing tasks. Integrating AI tools to generate background elements or clear unwanted objects saves hours of manual labor. With that extra time, you can take creative risks and present at least one bold, alternative, customized version to your client. The final step is the precision phase. This requires exporting your drafted elements out of starter apps and into professional environments like Adobe Illustrator. Here, we move from pixelated raster images to crisp mathematical paths. Vector shapes allow for infinite scaling without any loss in quality. This environment gives you the ability to grab individual anchor points to duplicate, re-engineer, and perfectly remix existing styles. Templates and AI provide the speed needed to keep up with industry demands, but professional vector software delivers the absolute control required to execute a finished design. This process relies on rapid drafting to get ideas out of your head quickly. Because these first versions are built to be tested and refined, your very first draft is almost guaranteed to fail. Design is heavily iterative. Surviving this cycle of constant refinement takes patience, a thick skin, and a willingness to embrace constructive criticism. Your practical test for this entire workflow is the self-introduction poster assignment. You will use Canva to create a vibrant graphic introduction, applying background shapes to anchor your text, and finally export a PNG file to simulate a pitch to a creative agency. Keep in mind that whether you are using AI, Canva, or Adobe Illustrator, these programs are simply tools on an assembly line. The software only executes the mechanics. Getting your design to truly connect with an audience requires your human empathy, clear intent, and a reliable framework.